Tekar from the Advanced Digital Sciences Center, which is located in Singapore. Since I work in the United States, every day I use video, Skype chat, or Google Chat to talk to my colleagues over in Singapore. Now, it's interesting to me to think about how just a few years ago, none of those technologies were around. And so with such rapid advances, it's interesting to see what the future holds for virtual meetings. Today I have here Professor Min Do, who's an expert in this area, and he's going to tell us a little bit about what the future holds for virtual meetings. So Min, what do you foresee happening in the next few years?
So it's amazing nowadays, as you said, that we can, with a click of the button, we can virtually be connected remotely with another person through internet. And as you just mentioned, we have some very high-end system, for example, between ADSC and CSL. But I rarely find myself to use those because it's always required to go to, conference rooms, turn on the systems. Whereas with Skype and Google Chat, for example, anywhere, anytime, we can, initiate and make a virtual communication call. But still, the experience is far from, being seeing another person real. So the kind of resource that we are trying to invest in is how can we use advance in computations, sensing, and networking to deliver the kind of experience that virtually a tele-immersive experience can be for two remote participants.
Okay, great. So I could have a meeting with my colleagues sitting at my desk, but it would feel like I'm in a room talking to them?
Yes.
Okay.
So underlying that, there's a number of challenges. Issues. So how can we, in real time, capture a person in an actual physical environment and be able to manipulate digital, enhance that visual information, and then transmit that over the internet and be able to, again, in real time, merge that with multiple participants into a single unified virtual world. And that is a kind of, challenge and processing steps one need to overcome to deliver this tele-immersive experience.
Okay. Now, how close are we to having this sort of technology working today?
Yes. We have one of our first prototype systems, which we call CuteChat.
Okay.
And CuteChat is a system similar like Skype and Google, which is consumer type. Anyone with an internet connection and powerful computer can run nowadays. It requires some additional camera setup. We have a system that runs on a real simple webcam. We have a system that runs on some of the stereo camera. Also, we have some system that running on a depth camera.
Okay.
And the CuteChat, it can extract a person out, replace the background with some other information. It can enhance the visual quality by some what we call non-photorealistic rendering, so make the person look nicer, look more polished on the screen.
Okay, that's great. Now I heard you have a demonstration of this?
Yes.
Are we able to go see it?
Absolutely.
All right, let's head over to Singapore.
Yep.
In this demonstration, ADSC software engineer Johan Vu is sitting at the far left, having a video chat session with Hongsheng Yang, who's in the office down the hall. Johan and Hongsheng are running CuteChat on ordinary laptops, using conventional webcams. The large monitor shows Johan's laptop screen. CuteChat is cutting out Johan's and Hongsheng's actual office backgrounds in real time and replacing them with a shared virtual background, in this case a slideshow about ADSC. The bottom of the CuteChat window shows all the chat participants, lined up against this background with the current speaker enlarged. CuteChat uses ADSC's object-based encoding techniques to reduce network bandwidth requirements. The communications aspects of the chat are handled by leveraging a third-party video transmission software development kit. ADSC has developed a range of special effects to make video chat more fun, called QuickTune. Each of these special effects can be applied independently to the foreground and the real or virtual background. As we look at these features, the monitor shows Johan against his actual background on the left, and his selected virtual background, a photo of the campus of University of Illinois, on the right. Johan has opened a pop-up window with slider bars that control the special effects, which he runs through quickly as he prepares to give the demo. Eventually he chooses a setting that makes him look rather like a cartoon character. Let's fast forward to the beginning of the demo. ADSC research scientist Jiangbo Lu explains.
So once you can segment the person out, then we can stylize the foreground layer in different ways. So actually here we stylize both the foreground and the background draw in real time using the seamless setting.
Next, Johan will adjust the top slider bar to give the foreground a more naturalistic appearance that also beautifies his skin by smoothing and evening out the skin tone. To give this effect, we remove the subtle details of the low contrast visual features of the foreground, while preserving the salient visual features. Jiangbo explains to ADSC director Marianne Winslet.
So this is important for the video conferencing. So of course we also support some different
Wait,
style.
important for video conferences in what way?
In the sense that you can remove the displeasing details like
Cheaper than cosmetic surgery.
Johan uses another slider bar to turn himself and the virtual background into black and white line drawings. Other slider bars control the level of detail in the sketch, the density of the edges. Next, Johan gives his face a more natural appearance and alters the virtual background. He gives a delicate pencil outline to the most important details in the virtual background. He flattens the color palette in the foreground and the virtual background, giving a painterly effect. These special effects can be mixed and matched at will. Next, Johan readjusts the background to its natural appearance and turns his own face into a black and white pencil sketch.
Okay, so the real part looks fake and the fake part looks real. Okay, I got it.
Leaving the background photorealistic, Johan adjusts his appearance to use only a small number of colors.
I kind of like that one too. He looks like he came from a comic book.
Looks to me like he's on a 16-color display, but sure.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, that antique technology is getting pretty special now.
Is it? I always hated it. I couldn't wait to get out of that.
Fortunately, the slider bars provide a special effect for every taste. All of these special effects can also be applied to the real background when the user doesn't want a virtual background. Johan is given a cartoon appearance to both the foreground and the background here. If the real or virtual background is cluttered or distracting, then blurring the background can help focus attention on what really matters. The real background here is quite simple. But we can add some distracting artwork which will be blurred out. Or Jiangbo can walk into the background and be blurred out while Johan remains in focus. ADSC's real-time special effects allow users to personalize their video chat sessions to meet their needs. ADSC is currently developing additional special effects that will bring out the creative side in all of us.